Hey guys, CoreData here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be playing some more Elder Scrolls Legends and we're taking a look at something a little bit special. Today we're going to be revisiting Red Mountain Dagon because this video, although it is in fact 3 weeks late because it is me and I'm never on time with anything, this video technically marks the 1 year anniversary of Tesla content. And honestly, what better way to celebrate other than taking a look at the deck that started this whole thing? That, of course, being Red Mountain Dagon. So yeah, this is the updated list. Basically, all I did was I trimmed a lot of the fat and a lot of the meme cards and put in just standalone good things that should have been here in the first place. But again, I had to make room for the meme cards somehow. So obviously, we're on to Belligerent Giant now because this... I mean, why wouldn't you play Belligerent Giant? It is just a phenomenal card through and through. We're also on 3 Prankster Mage because this is a fantastic mid-game defensive option. Well, it's a semi-defensive offensive option, honestly. It's a very, very flexible card. Very good in this deck, especially under Red Mountain because it only costs like 3 mana. And allows for massive mana cheating on turn 6. And I think the only other major change was like a few quantity changes to my early game, as well as the addition of Astrid, which is another lethal for Gambit, as well as a little bit of pseudo ramp to help us make it to our late game, seeing as we like the majority of our deck costs 7 or more. So it's kind of useful, just a little bit useful. So yeah, like the list isn't that different. Like I said, we just cut a lot of the meme cards. No more Journey, no more Sails Through Storms. Put in just straight up good cards that synergize super well with Red Mountain. And while Red Mountain, I will openly admit, Red Mountain isn't a good card. It's a card I genuinely love, and it's a card that it just appeals to me as a player. I love getting massive discounts for ridiculous plays. Just even the rage plays this card enables is insane. I also want to quickly address a couple of card choices that people are going to be questioning, I think. Mainly Nixox or the lack of Nixox. I don't think Nixox is particularly good in Red Mountain. Red Mountain isn't a tempo deck, and Nixox is technically a tempo card. Because you play Mountain on 4, turn 5 you Nixox, and then you play a 5-drop or play a 2-drop and a discounted 5-drop. For a huge swing turn, but I don't think, like, outside of that specific case, Nixox doesn't really do enough for the deck. The same could be said of something like Blood Dragon, but Blood Dragon lets you control both lanes for one creature, which is phenomenal. And the other thing I want to very quickly talk about is Vigilant Ancestor, and the fact that I don't see this card run enough in other people's Red Mountain lists. Vigilant Ancestor is a necessity if you want to play Red Mountain. Red Mountain tends to be a slower mid-range deck, or a grindy value deck that wants to make it to the late game to start like getting huge discounts and huge swing turns. And Vigilant Ancestor is a card that really helps you get there against aggro. It kills most aggro creatures, and also under Red Mountain it costs 1 mana, making it extremely easy to weave into turns. The ideal curve for this deck tends to be turn 4 Berserker, turn 5 Red Mountain Ancestor, turn 6 Blood Dragon, Hand of Dagoth. That's the curve you're kind of aiming for with this list, that ridiculous mana discount on turn 6. Getting 10 mana worth of creatures for 6 mana is insane, especially with very relevant keywords and stat lines. But yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. I literally, this one section where I talk about cards is recorded after the entire fucking video. I forgot to say it. But yeah, that's basically the changes to the list. Just mainly wanted to thank you guys for sticking around for 12 months and listening to my fucking nonsense. For everyone who's stuck around for that length of time and who's continued to watch the content, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. It was a really big thing for me during quarantine, especially while I wasn't working. This was like my only outlet for doing anything. And seeing people actually enjoy the content and enjoy the decks I was putting out there really helped me out. So hopefully you guys continue to enjoy the content while I still manage to occasionally get a video up. I'm so fucking inconsistent. I'm sorry. But yeah, anyway. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit, and on to some games. Captain Flame. On Scout, is it goblins? We don't know. Oh, if this is Control Scout, Red Mountain's at an okay keep. If this is Goblin Scout, Red Mountain's a horrible keep. We're keeping Red Mountain. Okay, alright, this is good. Ancestor's at least super useful in the Goblin matchup, especially with Red Mountain. Astrid, actually the hand's actually pretty solid. Red Mountain looking like an okay keep here. Okay, so it is something more aggressive. In that case, I'm gonna ring out Astrid, I think.
I'll lead my family to glory.
Mark Water, sure.
The void awaits you. By the three, I will spill your blood.
We spend the ring charge instead of the contractor just because we can play the contract and the charge in one turn. Okay. Oh, second ancestor. Okay, so we play Red Mountain. Contract. Ancestor. Ring. Ancestor. 7 mana Malamnir is really good. 5 mana Belligerent Giant, by the way. It's also forced them to try and get through 2 5/4s. Get through 1. There's still trades down. I mean, I can just bounce it. I think I just bounced it, honestly.
To oblivion with you.
You can have that back. I'll keep my card draw online. Second chef. Bitter fish. Kills the card draw. Okay, let's see. I mean, that's pretty good. So, Shadow Shift. We Cradle Crush first, just in case we hit a Bitter Fish off of the rune.
To oblivion with you.
Mistakes were made.
It wasn't really a mistake. It was the correct play. Alright, we get to kill these two for free. There's Malamnir. And Nom. And Nom. We are presenting lethal, I do believe. Trades, sure. It's 1175. I don't have 5 damage from hand, I don't think. I do not.
I'll feast on your flesh.
To oblivion with you.
I will bring him down. I am going to set up Telvas, I think.
Perhaps we can help one another.
Get Corner Club up as well. Ditch the Marshblade, we don't need it. So yeah, that's why, this is why Vigilant Ancestor is super important if you're playing Red Mountain. Just the ability to dump out cheap cards, especially against aggro, really, really important. Fish Scale. It's a Dagoth Mirror. I'll hold the Prankster Mage, I think. Especially when I have the ring. God, so back-to-back games of the ring.
I can take a pit bait weakling like you.
Insane.
What have we here?
We'll challenge with Thieves Guild. Firebolt's really nice. Especially if you got like the 1/1, the 2 mana 1/1. Stormcloak Vanguard.
I bark and burn.
He don't.
Interesting.
But he don't.
My scales.
Take that trade. Do I pass? I think I pass. There's no point playing Harpy into that. I was gonna say this looks like a slower, like a mirror match, but I mean, he also went face turmoil with Relentless Raider and then didn't attack me on the second turn, so I don't know what to think anymore. We ring our Prankster Mage next turn.
And now for a practical demonstration. Done.
Or maybe we just shackle that. I can shackle this Firebolt here in Cradle Crush, but then he can just play a hand of Dagoth. I can also just play Hand of Dagoth, though.
Come to submit or come to die.
We just play Hand of Dagoth. It's just too absurdly strong to not play it. Remember this? Remember when this used to be a fucking 5/5?
My
Trade Bolt.
scales move in shadow.
Scimitar. Mace of Encumbrance, sure. He's going to take the trade.
Here's how it's
He's not. Oh, my friend.
I'll lead my family to glory.
I will attempt to protect this hand. So he's had 2 rallies off. He's playing some kind of item deck, I think. Well, I can't tell what he's playing. There's Ice Storm, though. He's an Ice Storm gamer. Firebolt face. Prankster Mage help protect it.
looking for.
I don't understand. You're playing Relentless Raider and Ice Storm in the same deck. I just don't get it. No offense, I just don't understand. But he's facing down 10 damage. We've seen him spend 1 Ice Storm. I have a Cradle Crush. I can also just tell Voss next turn. Another warded threat. He's potentially thinking about belligerenting. A quiet man. Gets his hand to Dagoth, I suppose. Also fetches Dagother. Spicy tech. But the more likely case is we can assume that there is a... Oh, Rage is really good here, actually. Oh, Rage is insane. How much damage is Rage? Oh. If I just Rage here, he takes 6 plus 5. Takes 16 damage. Sets him to 9. If he doesn't answer my board... I mean, this gains cover, so it's likely he can't interact with this. He's probably going to spend his next turn playing Hand of Dagoth, so I'm going to go face here. Harpy? Harpy?
Let nothing through.
Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it. The punish. This gains cover, so he's going to have trouble interacting with this. I can go face, bolt him for lethal. If he spends the turn developing Hand of Dagoth, he just dies. I also have a 5-1 breakthrough he has to deal with this turn.
They dare face the
There's the Elena.
Phelan?
There's no way to interact with the 5-3, he loses.
I'm ready for anything.
That kind of does it. Never mind. Get outskilled.
Goodbye.
Totally outskilled. Definitely wasn't random luck. Oh man. Sky Nomad. Oh, so Team France. Interesting. I don't think... Have I played Sky Nomad before? I probably have. I'm familiar with a handful of the French players. Mainly Institute and Glassjaw. They're all very good players. So let's see how we fare against Telvanni. Telvanni's a bit of a problem just because Shadowfen Priest. But I was about to say, but Rage is kind of a... Rage is a very important card this matchup. If this is Conscription, Rage will more than likely win us the game. But we'll see how it goes. I make no promises. Now we have to make a decision on whether or not we want to ring out Vision and Ancestor. We hold it this turn. If I top decked a Ash Berserker, I probably ring out Vigilant Ancestor. Words, Christ. I apologize, I'm very tired if you can't tell, as always. I'm never not tired when I record. But yeah, Ancestor is generally a card that doesn't get interacted with by Control too often, just because normally you don't have any way of doing anything with it, unless you're specifically running Drez Renegade, which most people aren't. I don't think it's worth to run anything specifically for Ancestor. I suppose you could always spin it on turn 4. That's another option. 3 mana, 5/3. Yeah, this is just going to be a game of passing back and forth for a couple of turns, I think. Neither of us really have anything to commit to the board. I will play the Ancestor next turn just to have something in play. I could have also tempoed out the Harpy, but I feel like I'm going to need it later on. To potentially stop something like a Sanctuary Pet. I mean, we still have no confirmation whether or not he's on Control or Conscription. The lack of turn 2 makes me think it's Control. Just because Conscription on it, just Conscription normally has a 2-drop. I'm getting roped. Oh no. Marshblade is a decent pickup, not relevant currently. I will get the Ancestor down. Oh, he bolts it. Interesting. Yeah. Just, here we go.
I smell the stench of the living.
He knows something's afoot. Let's see. I can Marshblade here.
Sign me up.
This likely eats a negation I take forward, that's fine.
I bark and birth. This is interesting.
I learn quickly.
Okay, opposite draw the card.
I stand ready.
There's on Marshblade.
Wrong place for a midnight stroll.
Gonna ring out a Belligerent. This forces an extra resource out of hand if he wants to kill the Belligerent. And then I get to ring out a Vigilant next turn. Yep.
I stand ready.
Wrong place for a midnight stroll.
So there's likely no Nirin in hand as well. We will get Vigilant down here. There's a Red Mountain. Red Mountain likely doesn't stick. Okay, so he does take 1 trade. Might be a Leaf Lurker? Oh, there's no Leaf Lurker. If he commits another resource to this, I might just rage, honestly. Harpies it. How much damage is this rage if I take it? 4. 10. It's 15 damage. It's like most of his health. Is it worth it to rage here, though? Is it worth it to rage? Oh, like it is 15 damage, and that's a lot. If my math's correct, it's 15 damage. I might be wrong. Like I said, I'm extremely tired. The other option is just develop a second Vigilant, wait for him to commit more resources, then rage for a fatter number. I could also just play Red Mountain, develop Chronicled Gambler. Then he has the choice of either like removing the mountain or silencing the Gambler, unless he has both Shadowfen and Negation, which he might have. The question is, what do I pitch to the Gambler? Oh, this is an awkward turn. I'm gonna take this line.
Care to make a friendly wager.
I don't know how correct this is. This has the highest punish chance. Because he gets the trade here, he gets the silence this and blows up with a Shadowfen. But if he can't interact with any of it, or if he leaves one of the two things up, then he's in troubled waters. So he has to either kill the mountain here or remove the gambler.
You must be cleansed.
Has he got second Shadowfen? He doesn't have second Shadowfen.
You bet on the wrong side.
I'm actually gonna shackle down the 4/4. This stops it getting ice stormed. Yeah, this means ice storm is no longer full clear. I would love to find some card draw though. A moose off the top would be insane. I was lucky it wasn't full punished, at least, by him having negation on top of the Shadowfen. Yeah, because I get to play Marshblade next turn. I can rage my own Marshblade for a card draw. Let's see. I'm just trying to think.
Beware my power.
There's Laneth. Laneth's gonna grab Conscription here. Does he trade? Grabs a Harpy. Okay, that stops me from actually killing him. Because if he didn't shackle it, Rage deals 2, 6, 6 and 5, 11. Plus the 8 is 19 plus 4 is 23. And then another 4 from hand is 27 damage in total. 27, 28, 29. This still might be a worthwhile rage. I might also just Gambit. Kill the Laneth. Because if I spend the rage now, I mean...
You bet on the wrong side.
Because if I spend rage, he conscripts next turn. But if I don't clear off this Laneth, if I don't clear all of this off, I lose my giant anyway. And then rage is just completely, like, moot. Maybe I do just take this rage. This goes face regardless. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. It's questionable. It really is questionable, but again, like I said, if I kill the Laneth, he can still clear my board up with Ice Storm. And then he just delays his conscription a turn. I'd rather take the damage while I can. This now puts him in a spot where he kind of has to be worried about his life total. He knows I'm on rage, he knows he has to start removing my shit. He'll take the trade, he'll conscript. Conscription is going to grab another Harpy, which just shackles this down for the third turn. Brahmin.
I smell the stench of the living.
There's Telvas. I'm actually gonna...
I do not fear. Perhaps we can help one another.
He drains for 2, but it just means that negation plus Ice Storm isn't full clear. I'm just trying to maintain my 8/8 for as long as I can. I'm also relatively sure this is conscription. The Lanath kind of pushes me to believe it's conscription, although I do control runs Lanath anyway.
Wrong place for a midnight stroll.
Moose off the top would be insane. Still. Especially now that we've got Tel'Vos. There's Aelid. There's a Blood Dragon. This is unfortunate. I do have to give up my own 8/8 here. He's likely going to start cloning these next turn.
I swear vengeance.
That's 8, another 4, 12. He's technically on an effective 6. Because if he takes this bump here and can't kill the Tel'Vos, I just spin the bolt here, get an extra damage face. That sets him to 5. Douchnik puts him to 4. Second bolt off the top is lethal.
The hist revives.
There's Uprising. Yeah, so it is just control. Warcrafter.
Sorry it had to come to this.
So I've seen an Uprising.
Sorry it had to come to this. Sorry it had to come to this.
Do I want to spend my bolt? I might have to spend the bolt here.
Sorry it had to come to this.
Careful there, friend.
Just rewarded Tel'Vos, I think. It now becomes a question of does he have second Uprising? Because I have to kill that, otherwise it gets out of hand. I was going to try and ride Blood Dragon to victory here, I think. Because I can kill another 8/8 Guardian with Douchnik, trade the Tel'Vos, and trade the Wardcrafter. Blood Dragon just goes over it, so it doesn't matter. There's Parth. Soul Tear is gonna suck. Because he just Soul Tears for Brahmin. Unreality Force on the Warcrafter? No. Sure. Second Force on Blood Dragon? If there's a third Force, I'm actually going to be upset. Okay.
Lead me into battle.
So we've seen all 3 shouts. There's Gambit.
Face me, you dog.
Perhaps we can help one another. I stand ready.
There's nothing I can really do there with the Gambit, I don't think. That Gambit might just be pointing face. He has to kill the Blood Dragon. He has no choice. My problem is if he starts clogging up the board with these Guardians. Alright, Blood Dragon's down. Takes the trade in the Warcrafter.
Thorns and claws.
Is he doing face damage here? If he has second Uprising, I'm in trouble.
For Summoner!
Are you gonna take me down?
Walk with our Lord.
That's Seducer.
Queen Mother.
Oh, and Baron Zaya. So this is the worst of every world.
I swear vengeance.
Harpy doesn't do it. God, Harpy really doesn't do it, does it? Yeah, I think we're dead here. Oh, it's so unfortunate.
Sorry it had to come to this.
God, this sucks. Mentor's Ring. Oh, man. Fucking 2 insane top decks. Well, I don't even know if they were top decks, but 2 insane fucking drains to have back-to-back. I don't even have enough damage to get to his Parthenax is the problem. I'm hoping for Belligerent Giant. Even then, that doesn't kill him.
You trusted me.
I'm in America. Grabbing Belligerent, I suppose. Or Vigilant, yeah. Oh my god! Yep. That was game. Rip.
My fight is done.
Unfortunate, just didn't draw any payloads. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Red Mountain is one of my pet decks. I love this deck with all of my heart. It's just so much fun to play. Red Mountain is a really stupid card. Not very powerful, but it is really dumb when you get to go off with it. This deck just embodies everything I love in Tessel. Heavy mid-range, rage. Mainly just those two things. But yeah. Like I said, the deck's a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And again, serious shout out to everyone who's been around for the last 12 months. You guys seriously rock. You're fucking amazing. But yeah, remember to like, comment, subscribe like I said at the start. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.